And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead. And we're off in week 2. And he opts to not bring this. So here the Vikings set to go to work, and they're led by the leading passer in the NFC a season ago. Now in his 12th year, 6th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
Minnesota's new coaching staff really leaned on Cousins for leadership and production, and the longtime vet was up to the pressure. 29 touchdowns, 4,500 yards, and a 13-win season, his best as a starter. Seasons.
First play, here's Cousins. And incomplete to open things up. You look at this Eagle defense. They come into play number 12 in the NFL against the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. They can come on this play and get the series back on track. The completion for enough yards for a first down.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Well, we may not see it behind the big play sheet that they like to use, but I bet there's a big grin on the defensive coordinator's face. A corner blitz, what we often call a cat blitz. Usually they disguise it, Brandon. You're up on a receiver. It looks like you're going to bump and run over them, press coverage, and then he just takes off straight for the quarterback, and someone comes behind him to pick up the receiver.
And as a former member of the secondary, it makes you happy too, doesn't it?
I can't lie about it. I've got a big grin on my face, too. That was a heck of a play, a heck of a call.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Hurts. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Jalen Hurts with another touchdown rushing. 13 touchdowns, led all quarterbacks last year on the ground. No one else had more than 8. And, of course, we all remember the 3-touchdown game in the Super Bowl. So called running plays or scrambles, Jalen Hurts is dangerous.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is. And we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have a rough opening game.
There he goes, left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 38 yards on the scamper there. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Throwing on first down, but this one lines up to be incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. They come into play number 12 in the NFL against the run.
And this game for them is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle. Being the low man with power to take the offensive linemen and run them back into their own backfield and try and create some lost yardage plays.
A second down throw for Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. In need of a conversion on third down. They had a big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Cousins. And this pass broken up. Contact really tight there. And now fourth down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Brian Asamoah came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Steps away. And that's going to be incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs. Elliott running right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It was Danielle Hunter to make the play in the backfield.
make it. You make it quick. Great. Set. Come on, offense. Come on. Let's go.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Off the play fake, Cousins looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. They go play action. Cousins. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Madison is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they come up now 2nd and goal. Again, Madison. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And out now come the Eagles. Now, they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Once again, it's Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. He'll look to throw.
That one complete down the field to Smith.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. This is Swift on the counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 2nd and 11 now. Back to throw. On the move to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Play fake. Cousins. Open man. He's got him. The tight end, Hockenson. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
Hockenson exploded after a surprising in-division trade from the Lions to the Vikings in 2022. Averaged 6 catches a game in his new digs and finished 2nd among NFL tight ends in yards and catches. Could lead the league with a full year in Minnesota.
Play action now. Cousins. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing. Cousins. Addison hauls it in. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's go Eagles! Let's go Eagles! Let's go Eagles!
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Cousins again. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he had held. Instead, the drive ends in a 4th down.
They came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They're going to look to throw. Buying time to his left. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And out across midfield down to the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along, and hope someone would come free.
On 1st down, Hurts. Quick slant here to Smith. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And the Vikings will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson, 69 yards. And the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this 1st half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Back to throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on fourth down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. We'll find Osborne here. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Badgley's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Here's a toss play right to Swift. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Throwing is Hurts. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. He's to the 15. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Holding offense.
Of course,